Okay, so I will be carrying on with paper 3. Question 7. We are asked to make k the subject of this equation. So first of all, I can start by adding the w over t to both sides. So I get n over t plus w over t equals k squared over m plus k squared over n. Now I can put the right hand side of the same denominator and add the two fractions on the left hand side. So if I do that in one step, I will just quickly factorize. Now I can rearrange to make k squared the subject. So if I multiply both sides by mn, and divide both sides by n plus m, and then I can square root. So then k is equal to plus or minus mn n plus w over t multiplied by n plus m. Now if we pay attention to these inequalities that we've been given, we're told that k is less than 0. So k is actually the negative square root of what we have in the square root bracket. And that is our final answer. Moving on to the next question, we need to simplify this fraction and bring it down to the simplest form. Express it as one fraction. So what we can do is, if we put these two fractions over the same denominator, we can do actually, that might, rather than doing that, we will simplify first. And if we start factorizing a little, we have 37 over 2 bracket x plus 5, x minus 5 over 2, x minus 5. So we can kind of make the cross multiplying a little easier. Okay. So, if we analyse the denominators for both fractions, the second fraction just needs a multiple of x plus 5 on it in the fraction for it to have the same denominator. So we can multiply the second fraction, top and bottom, by x plus 5. So you have 37 over 2, x plus 5, x minus 5, take away 5, bracket x plus 5. Like so. And then we have the same denominator, so we can put them over the same fraction. Okay. Okay, if we expand the numerator, we get 37 minus 5x minus 25. Oh, we don't need that there. And simplifying that again, you will be left with 1 over 12 minus 5x. 12 minus 5x over our denominator. And you can just cancel them out. And so your final fraction will simply be 1 over 2 x plus 5, x minus 5. So the key to simplifying usually is factorize. It makes it easier to solve or simplify. Moving on to the next question. So we have two pie charts with information about new cars sold from A and B, two respective shops. we need to calculate how many more blue cars were sold in shop B than in shop A. So to find out the number of blue cars sold in shop A, we just need to do 25 divided by 360 multiplied by 730. So 25 over 360 is just to find out the proportion of blue cars with respect to all the cars sold, and 360 degrees is the total angle in a circle, well, in like a full circle. So this is equal to 1825 over 36 as a fraction. Oh, apologies, that's incorrect. Read the wrong value. So if we calculate this, it should give us, let's see. Oh no, that was correct. Over 36. And then for shop B, it is 120 divided by 360 multiplied by 1050. So this will give us 350. So then what we can do is 350 take away our fraction, which is roughly 51, I think, is equal to 299.31, so 299 to the nearest whole cars. Okay, so question 10, it's an algebraic proof question. So we have the n plus 1th term of a sequence of triangle numbers, and we need to prove that any two consecutive triangular numbers is a square number. So what we can do is find our nth term. So the nth term, we would just take away 1 from both of these. So that would just be n bracket n plus 1 over 2. And n plus 1th term we've been given as n plus 1, n plus 2 over 2. So the sum of them is simply n plus 1 plus n plus 1, n plus 2 all over 2. So we need to expand and simplify. So if I do that, which is 2n squared plus 4n plus 2 over 2, which is n squared plus 2n plus 1. And if I factorize that, that is just n plus 1 squared, which is a square number. And so we have proved what we have been asked to prove. Okay. Question 11. So we've been given a few numbers in both ordinary form and in standard form, and we need to work them out. So 7.34 times 10 to the 7 as an ordinary number is just 73,400,000 if I'm reading that correctly. And then we need to write this number in standard form. So standard form, you need to pick a number between 1 and 9.999. So that would be 2.5 times 10 to the minus 6. So you can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'd be minus because we're going backwards into decimal numbers. And for part C, you can just stick this in your calculator, or you can try writing, well, you can put it in your calculator since it's a calculator paper, or if you were to do it by hand, you can write it out in actual numbers. So 332,000 add 3,700,000, and that will give you, sorry, that should be 37 million, so we need an additional 0. That is 3.7532 times 10 to the 7. in standard form. Okay, and for question 12 we have a scatter diagram. So for part A we need to draw a line of best fit. Note, please do this with a ruler. I am going to draw this by freehand, but roughly it should be correct. So if I draw it like this, it just needs to go through the majority of the points. But use a ruler, please. And then part B, what type of correlation is shown? This will be negative, as you can see. As the y-axis increases in value, as the x-axis increases in value, the y-axis decreases in value, so negative correlation. And we need to find the equation of our line of best fit. So to find the gradient, we can form a triangle. If I do that in highlighter maybe. So this is the triangle we could consider. Choose the biggest triangle, as this will give you a more accurate gradient. So gradient is equal to the change in y over change in x. So 6 take away 0 over 0 take away 6 gives us -1. So the standard equation of a line is y equals mx plus c, y equals minus x plus c. Now we can choose any of the points. To find the plus c, which is our y-intercept, you can read that from the graph. You can see that it touches the y-axis at 6. So the equation will just be minus x plus 6 as the equation for the line of best fit.